You're watching the Samsung Galaxy F41 Disassembly. Also keep in mind that this is a rebranded Galaxy M31. It's basically the same thing, it just has one less camera. First, we need to remove the SIM tray. Once the SIM tray is removed, we're going to use a plastic pry tool to get in between the back plastic housing and the frame of the screen, and then we're going to pop the catches along the sides. Now once we pop those catches, we still need to pry off the fingerprint reader. So we're going to have to apply some heat over here in this area so it can loosen up the adhesive underneath, and we're going to push in where the fingerprint reader is to separate it from the back housing. So here's your back housing. It is plastic, and you have some graphite film over here in this location. What the graphite film does, it helps transfer heat. Let's go ahead and disconnect that fingerprint reader cable over here. There are 15 Phillips screws that need to be removed. Now that the screws are removed, we can lift up and remove this plastic cover. So on this top plastic piece, you do have some antenna lines running through it. There are these light colored lines. And here's the other side. Now before we move any further, we need to disconnect the battery cable. Once that's disconnected, we can go ahead and disconnect the rest of the cables. We have one wire cable over here that we need to pop off. And let's disconnect the front-facing camera. Now once the cables are disconnected, and in order to remove the main board, we have one Phillips screw over here that we need to remove. Alright, now we can remove the main board. So on the front side of the main board, we have a microphone over here, which is a secondary mic. You have your cameras over here. And we do have some sort of a heat transfer tape over here. So let's go ahead and peel that off. So it's basically just sitting on top of the shields, helping to transfer some heat. So here's the back side of the main board. You have your proximity sensor over here. Your memory card and SIM reader over here. The connectors for your cameras are over here. And if you want to disconnect them, you can just pop them off like so. And there's also a layer of graphite over here to help transfer heat. Now let's remove the bottom cover. There are also some antenna lines running throughout this cover. And here's the other side. So we have this flex cable over here connecting the screen cable to the main board. Let's go ahead and pop that off. We also have this flex cable over here connecting the main board to the subboard on the bottom, or also known as the charger port board. Let's disconnect the cable over here. And let's disconnect this wire cable over here in the corner. There's a little bit of adhesive underneath this board. You're going to have to lift it up and pry it off. So you have your primary microphone located over here in this corner. Here's your charger port, and here's your headphone jack. And here's a look at the back side. Now in order to remove the battery, we do need to apply some heat to the front side of the phone so we can loosen up the adhesive underneath the battery, and then we're going to use plastic pry tools to pry the battery off. So here's a better look at your battery. Now back to the mid-frame, we have the speaker assembly over here. The vibrator motor is located up here, and the earpiece speaker is located here, all of which are held down with adhesive. You also have your flex cable over here in the corner for your volume keys and your power button. Now if you had to replace the screen, you would apply heat both to this side and the front where the screen is, and then you pry the screen off from the mid-frame, making sure you run your cable through the slit over here. You get your new screen, reapply it back, and reassemble your phone. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the phone back together. Now that everything's put back together, we can go ahead and put the back cover back over. Let's flip over the phone. Power it on, and we're done. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Thanks again for watching guys, and I'll see you guys next time.